3, 2, 1.
To another video. So this video today is about Cycle Track 92. See the sign behind me. Today we're looking at the old Wardleworth station, or what's left of it. There were two parts of it. There was a part where you could get off as a passenger, and there was an old goods platform where the trains used to go. It's obviously, you know, offload. What wasn't to do with people, it's obviously to do with freight. So we're going to have a look at that now, but some controversy over this because on the ONS maps it's not marrying up, but the evidence is more or less there. So I just want to see how close I am. I think it was bigger than actual what's being portrayed, and I think that's what the issue is. So I'll show you where I am anyway, and it's hard to think that a train passed through here one time. So welcome to Rochdale. The red mark is where I am on the main road. The track that I'm on is Cycle Track 92, and this is a map way near the green and black marker. This bridge used to run across Rochdale and it would go towards where I am. That's the old railway line, and obviously you can follow that up. That bridge isn't there now, so the red marker represents the bridge, and we want to be a little bit further down. I'm going off the old maps. The Wardleworth station should be where that arrow was pointing, and that's probably where the second point of the old goods station was. So we'll go down there and have a look for some evidence to see if anything we can find there that's any relevant. So that's the range, obviously, and the call it well, it's Kingsway Retail Park, and then behind that's the canal. And it's hard to think, this is New Budge Street, yeah. So it's hard to think a train came down here. And I think what happened is it married up with the train, what is now the tram line, and it obviously came through at one point. I don't know if it turned or what. I think this might have been a tram line at the time, and then maybe it went over. I'm not quite sure because I don't actually know. But up here tells the tale that the train would have come through here. So I'm gonna go back up. I did a video similar to this not long ago, but I'm gonna spend some more time in a specific spot. So it's hard to think that like I said, the train came down here. So I'll just show you what is the present more or less now. There's people behind me, I didn't realise that. So I'm going to cut it here because there's too many people. I'll get close to what I can show you the first part is. So ahead here is like the first kind of evidence to show that the train ran through here. Above you've got the more modern line, and then below you've got obviously where the train used to come through. It's very similar up at Ely Dell with the tunnels that are still here. So I don't know if the train passed under, and obviously I'm not quite sure, but it's definitely a railway where the track came through. So we're after the and this is obviously where the trains would have passed after the Wardleworth station, and it would have come through here to I just mentioned before. So let's go down this pathway, see if we can find what's left of Wardleworth station. So this picture represents Wardle Station back in the day, and obviously this was a goods in station yard where trains would drop off the freight, and then either, I don't know actually what they did because I'm not an expert or anything, but the energy is still here. So what I'm after is anything that looks like evidence, and this is just more ONS pictures of back in the day, what it looked like, and some more of the maps. So here's obviously Wardle Station where it meets up with the road or the tram line, and this is the most interesting bit. The red dot there is where the tunnel is, and that's where I think the train track went, and it will loop back onto the Oldham Loop line. That's an old picture from back in the day. These are just some of the pictures where obviously, so this is when the first train went to London from Wardleworth. I keep saying Wardle, but I mean Wardleworth, and obviously you'll see this picture numerous times in this video. So we're really looking out for that second station. So anything that looks like the station, like a platform bed or anything like that. The arches I think I've found before, but it's really more the station that I'm looking after, and this picture really does the area justice. We can look at what it looks like today. But I'll just tell you quickly, the arches out here now, they were set for demolition, and the demolition went wrong, which made a cascading effect. So in theory, you had an early demolition. But we'll go back to the video now, and we'll show you what it looks like now. But this is a great picture from back in the day from where the train used to pass over the 8 arches and on its way to the Oldham Loop line, which I just showed you in like the previous pictures. You can see how much overgrown stuff there is. That's probably something to do with maybe some kind of marker or whatever as the trains pass through. Maybe a signal box, I'm not quite sure. And you can see it's proper training around here. Just like mounds of what they would have had to done for the footpath. So let's see. So you can see how training it would have been. So let's see if we follow the track. So from the tunnel down here, and you can imagine all this wouldn't have been here. Would have been a track. I think it would have been a single bedded track. And this is Rochwood, I think it is. They call it Rochwood. So let's say that there's more train stuff down there. Like it's all quite evident. So anyway, so the track came through here. You can tell with the bricks, which is very similar. Usually, what they do is concrete over these bricks, then taking them out, and that's usually one of the first signs. It's probably where the maybe it was where the flatbed were. I'm not sure, but you can see there 92. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to try the tube and the box to try and confirm or see if we can get any evidence of whether it used to be the old goods station. So what I want to show you is the train wall, which is there. So the train obviously passed through here all the way to Healy Dell, and I've obviously done a recent videos where I was up at number 2 Church Tunnel tracking the railway, and this is really good for ghost walks, this. So anyway, well hopefully this is the way. I think it's the way anyway. So again here, this is quite interesting here, so as you get the wall, that's just more or less come out of nowhere. So maybe the train track came through down here, but it's hard to imagine if there's a wall there. It could have come across that way. I'm not quite sure if it could have come across, but anyway, let's carry on down here. Houses wouldn't have been here. Possible train wall here. I'm not sure, but they look the same. That one looks the same as that one. Excuse me. So this could have been part of the old. There's another wall there. Look. In fact, let's get up here and have another look, because there's another wall there. So let's just have a quick look here. So this could have been part of the old Wardleworth station. It probably is, if you ask me, because that looks higher up where there would have been mills or whatever. I'm not quite sure. And then again behind it, it looks like these were ruins of one of the old, maybe the goods, the old goods station, whatever. So there might have been cranes here that offloaded off the trains, I'm not quite sure. Then it would have passed down to where we've just come from and further on down to Oldham. Some kind of pipe there coming out of the floor, and obviously the I think there was so many, was it 8 arches, 18 arches from the viaduct, and that's just obviously some more remains. But this is why I'm getting confused now, whether this is part of the viaduct or whether this is part of the old mill, the old Wardleworth mill. There's more stuff up there. I've done it in a previous video, but it's hard to imagine. But that wall looks attached to that wall, and it looks like it goes further down. But this isn't the part that I want. There's an interesting part what I've come for. And I think it might be down here actually. I'll just cut it here anyway, because I'll see if I can find it. So I think where we are now is this is the remains of where we are now. If you look at the floor, it's the old cobble road style kind of road. They concrete over it much now, but further up the track you had pictures like this. This obviously, I think it's like a switch station. If I'm mistaken, I'm not quite sure. I'm not an expert on this. But what we're after is, like I say, the old Wardleworth station, and some pictures here where the train used to pass over Entwistle Road. And further down is an old, further down what is now is in a body shop, car body shop, where you can get car body parts, stuff like that. And I think that's Gale Street or something. No, it's not Gale Street, sorry. I forget the name of that street. I've been there before and done a video there. But obviously that's more of what it used to look like back in days. The train passed over, it was elevated. As it started to elevate up near Joy Street, where we've done many videos. And obviously this is more of where they took the viaduct away, as they tried to demolish it, which, you know, the authorities was left with big problems to get rid of the rubble and make space for the more modernised Rochdale. What we're after is the second, where it's like marching as a second, which is the old goods station. And obviously they used to dump a lot, not dump, but they used to put a lot of freight there, such as cotton and other things like that. Anyway, let's get back to the video. I think it's down here, so I've just walked from down there. I've probably walked about 100 yards since I stopped rolling. Right, there's a river, because the river's in the maps. And I think it's here. And what makes me think it's here is because you've got what looks to be a platform. Which is... looks like a train platform if you ask me. But it's hard. Unless the train was actually closer and the footpath's not where the actual track was. Now let me hit the tube, see if Teresa's here and see what she can tell me. 1 second. Right, take one on the tube. I've not got to reader because I'm just blessed. Thank you. Who's talking, please? It might have about Teresa actually saying you're blessed.
Locket.
Locket. I've not brought it. Bastard. So I've not brought my what they like to call a locket, and it's a GP pointer where they can come and beep it. It's worked for me quite good before. So there's obviously
over here.
Over where? So I'm getting pings with words.
Stay.
Stay. All right. I'm getting pings with words, and they're usually intelligent replies. I'm just gonna move over here. What? That's not my watch. Was this Wardleworth station? Is this where the trains came through? Obviously it is. Why, but it's another pinger. That's a ping to my reply actually.
Speak.
Yeah. That's you speaking, isn't it? Do you mean yes? You know what you mean? Look at that. It's like a daffodil with it looks to be a hedgehog. Do you know what year it is? So that's a river. I've seen the river in the ONS maps. And what you hear now is the other train, like the more modernised train running now. Right, well, it's not Teresa who I'm talking to, because she'll ping from the sky, and she does it all the time, so I know it's her. Again another ping, again another ping. You
Guardian.
Oh, right. It might be another guardian, actually. What's your name? Can you tell me? So, imagine all these trees wouldn't have been here now. All that wouldn't have been here. And maybe the train passed through here. Maybe the train passed through here. And this is where you stood to get your train, or you stood on a platform, whatever. But it's hard to think that it doesn't make much sense, because if the train was there, you'd have to get off the platform to walk down. So you should be elevated, basically. That's what platforms are for. So you can, because obviously the train's a bit lower, so the platform will get you straight onto the train. So I'm assuming this is what this is for.
How are you?
I'm alright, how are you? Are you good? How's heaven? Right, let's hit the box anyway, see if we can get any train sounds or anything like that. So these are some of the companies that the trains were aligned with. One of them was Turner Asbestos Brothers, the other one was Wardleworth, which was where we're at. Another one was Healy Dell, obviously the explosive ammunitions factory, the Shawford Quarries, the list goes on. But anyway, let's get back to the video. Right, let's take one on the box. By what I believe to be is a good station, and my box is playing up again with the things at the bottom. I don't know why it does this. The box, like I mentioned before, is sensitive to high energy. So you can imagine here that there wouldn't have been all this overgrowth in the way. And it's very similar to what we've seen at Oldham, like where the overgrowth will just take over and you can't really see much. So I'm looking for more concrete stuff. But it's quite obvious what we've seen already with the buildings and the structures. That there's obviously something used to be here. No box sounds. So I've just attached some of the trains that used to pass through. Used to pass through with the freight. It's different types of trains. I don't know my trains that well, but I always find trains and train tracks really interesting. So I think some of my files are getting sabotaged already. So hopefully this camera's right. That's good now, because I was just up there and the tube was playing faulty. So I was just mentioning here that that's man-made, and I was looking for some more structural stuff. But this is the evidence that I'm trying to put across, where this could have been the second point of Wardleworth. I mean, it probably was, if you ask me, because Wardleworth's not far from Belfield, and Belfield's right next to Wardleworth. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sit on that concrete thing. So I'll just show you where this takes you. This way. That's where we was. So you probably just heard the magpie. Listen out for the magpies in this video, because we always get spooky magpie calls in the video. And there's some guy coming that way, so that's just like an empty field and that. So we'll go back to the point, which is here. And what's interesting now is the river goes underneath.
Asylum. Friend, I'm coming.
You come in, yeah. So just try and get a look at that. Where the water goes under. Sometimes I can tell you stuff that they put some kind of dam here. I don't know why. But that would have been there before the railway, I would have thought.
Pot.
Pot.
Is this yours?
No, it's not. The phone is, yeah. Well, which way is that running? It's running that way.
Roof.
Right. Right. I don't see anything that resembles anything to do with any more concrete stuff. Right, let's sit on the wall for a few minutes at the box and then there's not much else I can do apart from come back at night. And there's some weirdo over there. Right, let's sit here at the box, see what happens. So I'm convinced this is the area where I'm at, and I'm going off the road, the design of the road, which is very similar to where I'm stood, and the boundary, like the way that's designed. So I reckon basically this resembles where I am now, and this is probably the remains of where I am now. Right, rolling on the box. I want to change camera because. Right. So we're open for any train sounds. Smashing sounds. So I'm impressed with some of the replies I was getting on the tube, so it's well worth probably coming back here at night. I've never been here at night, so I think it would be well worth it. Let's ask a question. If this isn't what I think it is, what is it? Why is it here? And it's obvious it is because it's on cycle track night too. So I need a bit more than this to make me convinced, although this is enough. I'd like a bit more. Right, we'll go back to the tube because we're having more success with that. Right, carrying on with the tube. I think it's like take 4. One of my files has been sabotaged already, I know that.
Other side.
Other side, yeah, is that where you're from? Look at the magnetism.
Close.
I know you're close, yeah, I can tell with the magnetism.
Funny.
Funny. There's some dude over there who's cracking branches.
Strangled.
Strangled. Do you take your life? The magpie won't shut up. This always happens when I'm doing EVP. Looking for more markings. Here we are. Got something here. is it?
Hiding.
Hiding. It was hiding, yeah, you're right. Small markings there, but I can't locate that one. Too much moss. That looks like to be a squirrel, that one. So we've got a squirrel. And whatever that is, a daisy. It's like kiddie stuff if you ask me. Right, anyway, I'll try to send a video now. Because it was just a quick video because I wanted to know if it's worth coming back here at night, and it definitely is.
What do you want?
I want to know if it's worth coming back at night, like I just said, and it is. So I'm going to come back with a book.
Brandy.
Randy, oh, you mean you want to celebrate? You want to celebrate because someone found you? So it's SLS and see if we capture anything. I don't think we will, but we'll just hit the purple just in case. Right, that is that, I think. So we'll just start to walk out now and see if we capture anything. I'm seeing something here on the rocks. I can just see that's clear as day. It's almost it's moving around now. It's almost moving around now. It's like a Y before. Can you make it move up? Can you come up here? Where my finger is. That's madness. I'm going now. I'm going to see you soon, yeah? Let's see if we get any training. Anything training before we leave. See if we can see anything. Anything concrete here. Any more evidence. To see it, I'm sick of the valley overgrowth. What's all this over here? Fire tipping. Look at all the fire tipping. Nowhere. Spooky doggy here, look. Imagine if that one's round anyway with no batteries. That'd be spooky, wouldn't it? Right, I'm gonna leave with the tube. What's that? I'll leave with the tube, see if we can get out spooky. Right, so there's obviously a man.
What is happening?
What's happening?
Confused.
Yeah,
Framed. How many?
I'm just switching through my devices. Sorry if it's confusing you. I can't see anything else apart from that concrete thing over there. What's this? This wood? Yeah, it's wood that. So, what usually happens is there's usually a bit of a dip, which there is, and it's very similar to what we've seen at Ely Dell when the pathway you get like the where the water channels, or where the water goes when it rains. So I'll show you basically where...
Hug.
Hug.
Rachel.
Rachel. Is that your name? Yeah. So there's more of it down here. And maybe this train would have... The track would have come across here. Right through Rochwood.
Iron.
Iron.
Cell.
There would have been an iron, yeah. Because it would have been an iron railway. And then obviously this is more modernisation. That was off the as you walk through here. And this is obviously Rochwood, where the train used to come. I'll cut it here anyway, I'll get some pictures. There's not really much else to show you, so I might as well end the video here. So I'll end the video here because that's a bit what I wanted to know much more about, see if it's worth coming back at now, and it is. So thanks for watching. The wall is like the last bit of the history that's relevant. So we'll have a look at the wall now, and obviously the wall went over the river, as there's pictures of the viaduct as it went over the river, and it went a bit higher up. So the area that you see now is probably where the 18 arches would have gone. So I'll show you now. So I think it was 18 arches, I'm not quite sure, but this is a picture that I'm talking about, and this is the wall, or what's left of the wall. These are the remains of what you seen earlier in the video, and these are just some of the pictures. But what's left of the wall, we'll just have a quick look now, what's left over. So this is what's left, I guess. Now I can tell with the wall obviously stops over there as the new fence is put in. I'll show you now. A new fence. So in the pictures you get it's like the same wall with the design with the bricks, and this is what's left now. And that would have gone over all the way across down there. And it's crazy to think these bricks have been here since they made the rail track. And this is where it would have elevated. The track probably would have elevated as it went over, because the track elevated, and obviously into the tunnel where we've just come from. And it would have been, you can see here, there would have been some kind of construction, and then the other arch would have been somewhere over there, whatever. But that's crazy that the wall's still standing in this part of Rochdale, and that's what's left really. All the evidence I could find, and you can see the overgrowth obviously kicking in there with the hedges and stuff. So yeah, man, it's hard to think a rail track passed through there in the 1800s or whatever, and all you've got now is just modernisation. So I'll end the video here now. Peace for watching, guys. See you soon. So further up from this is what it looks like now on the main road, and this is what it used to look like as the train passed over the main road. And obviously you've seen this picture in this video already. And yeah, this is just a picture of the old train as it came to Rochdale, and this is Rochwood, and this is bye from me. See you soon.